Hello, everyone. This is Brandon from Peavey Electronics here at Winter NAMM 2013, and we're going to have a little Coffin talk now. I'm here with Jonny Coffin and with Ginny Luke, one of our brand new Trace Elliott endorsees. So my first question is for you, Jonny. Tell us a little bit about how you came to find Ginny and what you're doing with her these days.
I think Ginny found me, right? No, is that how it worked? Well, we're starting to develop other coffin cases in different realms, and the violin case is something we tried before, and we wanted to revisit that, and Ginny was a perfect artist to represent what we're trying to do, and it kind of started there, and then we got into more of a management position. She's very talented, and she keeps one step ahead of me, I'll tell you that.
And Ginny, since you're a new Trace artist, was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what amp you're playing and what it is about that particular amp that really works for a violin. It's a little bit of a unique thing for us and a new thing for you. So if you could tell us a little bit about the amp that you're playing and what it is that you like about it.
I'm playing through a TA300. It's the Trace Elliott amp with a foot switch, and I use it for big gigs, small gigs, everything for acoustic and electric violin, and it's wonderful. It makes the sound pure and rich and huge, and it has reverb, delay, chorus, and a phaser on it. There's a valve setting that gives it a boost when I'm live, so if I have a solo, that brings it out immediately. It's awesome. It's an awesome amp. I love it. And it's really nice just to dial in good settings. There's an EQ on the amp, which makes, getting the right sound really easy. I love it.
And Ginny, could you tell some of the folks at home here who are some of the artists that you're playing with mainly? And we also know that you have a couple new EPs coming out, so we hope you could elaborate on that for us and tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah. Some of the artists I've played for: Meatloaf, J. Cole, Snoop Dogg, Dave Matthews Band, Mike Keneally from Frank Zappa's band. Lots of amazing people. I hope to continue to work with really incredible people. And I have two records coming out. One is a Vampira classical-inspired album that I'm doing with Jonny with his Vampira brand through Coffin Case on Coffin Records. And the first single is coming out. We did a 3D music video for it, which is kind of cool. I have red hair. I'm like a vampire. And then my solo EP is coming out within the next month. The first single is going to come out in the next 2 weeks. It's called Time Bomb Tactics. And the YouTube video is going to come out for that. Harrison Sanborn directed, and I'm really excited about my solo EP. It's rock with heavy strings, and I'm belting it out. They're all original songs, and I'm really excited. I think the production's pretty good.
Cool. And Ginny, one of the other unique things about what you're doing as a violin player, you use a lot of effects pedals with your amp, and so I just wanted to find out a little bit more about how the TA300 handles those effects and the dynamics and the different range that creates with your sound.
Totally. I usually run my pedal board through the TA300 with both acoustic or electric violin, and of course when I'm on acoustic I use less overdrive, but other than that, I can freely and easily use my wah and delays and reverbs that I have on my own board. And I use some overdrive still, like a polysaturator by Pigtronics that I really like, and some digital processors that are really cool, like kind of giving a synth sound on the violin, which really, it still translates through the amp. So then I can get, more of a synthetic pop sound, which is really nice.
And Ginny, could you tell us about some of the new releases and some of the things that you played on recently and what might be coming to stores where people could check you out?
Yeah. The Meatloaf Guilty Pleasures tour DVD, that was from Australia and New Zealand, just hit Amazon.com, and it features some violin action, and I'm singing on it. That's a pretty fun DVD. And then the next Vampira single will be coming out within about a month.
Great. And Ginny, we understand you're going to be performing at Peavey Hollywood soon. It's our brand new showroom located in Hollywood on Sunset Boulevard. So could you just tell us a little bit about what you're looking forward to about the performance? And I know you've been to the showroom to visit us a few times. So just if you could tell the folks about...
Yeah. Well, I love the Hollywood location because it brings in a lot of creative energy from different types of artists. So I'm really looking forward to that. at this event. We'll be having different companies, Coffin and Peavey, and bringing in lots of creative people to make a really cool event. And we'll be performing stuff from Vampira and probably some of my solo stuff. I'm sure we'll do a Coffin fashion show. Get some Los Angeles hype going, some fun events. And the other thing I really like about the store is it has a homey feel, but it's really beautifully designed. And there's this nice artist VIP part in the back where you can just try out instruments. I think that's my favorite part of the store because you can just kind of chill in the lounge area. It's really nice.
Well, and Ginny, you also have an article in the current edition of Rock and Roll Industries magazine. How did that come about? And they talk a little bit about your gear that you're playing, and folks can find that on the shelf soon, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rock and Roll Industries magazine featured a quick article on my sound on electric violin, what I use, and TA300, what pedals I dig and what I use for different tours. And that was through Jessica, who's the main contact at Rock and Roll Industries magazine. They're a great new company.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Ginny. Again, this is Brandon from Peavey and Winter NAMM 2013. We're really excited to have our brand new Trace Elliott artist, Ginny Luke, here on board and playing some shows for us. Again, here with the infamous Jonny Coffin, and we are out.